Hello there, everybody. This is General Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Super Mario 64 playthrough. Also, welcome Shawario Mox. Welcome to the stream. We are literally just getting started after what seems like a frickin' eternity. Oh man, this has been one hell of a day. Or at least this has been one hell of a start. Anywho, in today's session we're possibly going to be finishing up this game completely once and for all. In the last session, we finished up the basement, grabbed the final key, and we also did a few levels within the third floor, which was Wet Dry World and Snowman's Land. So, the next set of levels we're going to be doing are the rest of them on this floor, and then we'll be proceeding onward to the fourth and final floor. Now then, let's go ahead and get things started. Now, shall we?
Peggle.
Time to scale this tall, tall mountain. Okay. Let's not be fancy like that. Okay, now then, you may be wondering right now, no, it actually isn't. The reason why I'm streaming today is because tomorrow I have an appointment down at the Career Center and I won't be able to stream then. So, to make up for not being able to stream tomorrow, I'm going to stream today as well. The stream schedule has not changed. It's still Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I can't believe I survived that. I say as I die. Karma. Don't you just love it? But anyway, I originally planned on starting this stream at 1 o'clock at the usual time I usually start. But for whatever reason, the Elgato Camlink's drivers were acting funky again. So when I opened up XSplit, for whatever reason, it slowed my computer down to an unresponsible state. So it was just acting really, really bad. It got to a point where I even had trouble closing XSplit. I couldn't even close it at all. So as a result, what I had to do then was I had to do a hard reset on the computer. So as a result of that, I had no choice. When I restarted the computer, I opened up XSplit once more, and was greeted with, oh, what kind of job am I looking for? Well, I'll get into that in a minute. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. When I opened up XSplit again, after doing the hard reset and everything, what happened was, since it was closed forcibly, or by means of force without closing it properly, it gave me a set of options of what to do with the presentation, aka my scene. I thought that if I would, say, delete the presentation and just discard it, everything would be fine. But no, that is not how it works. So, learning this the hard way, deleting your presentation means deleting all of your scenes that you've made. So, I had to recreate all of my scenes from scratch. I managed to recreate the primary scene, which is the one you're seeing now, the starting soon, as well as BRB. So that took about an hour and a half to do after getting the Elgato Camlink to work again, and high CPU usage. Oh dear. Okay, what the hell is going on? For whatever reason, it seems like the CPU usage has jumped to like 100%. Now it's dropping back down. I hope this doesn't affect the stream quality. I mean, it shouldn't because I'm putting the encoding process on my GPU rather than the CPU. So, it really shouldn't affect the quality at all. But even so, if it does, my apologies. For whatever reason, it seems like that's happening. Maybe there's something going on in the background that shouldn't be happening, such as a Windows update. Who knows? Windows 10 just loves installing updates forcibly and shoving them down your throat without you even realizing it's doing it. God, I love Windows 10. No, seriously, I do like the operating system. It's just sometimes it can be kind of a pain in the ass. It also doesn't help that I basically have this computer on for more than 24 hours. So that could also be kind of a culprit too. But the reason why I left it on for so long is because I left the computer on overnight as of last night, so that way I could upload yesterday's session of Super Mario 64. And lo and behold, I was having a lot of problems getting the video to upload. Okay, random Goomba much. So let me try rephrasing that. I was having some problems getting the video uploaded onto YouTube for some reason. I was running into a couple of blue screens of death, and I thought for some reason the video upload was going to be delayed, which it turned out it was. No, I do not have Mortal Kombat 11. I don't plan on getting it because, honestly, I'm not interested in Mortal Kombat. The only Mortal Kombat I've played, I think, was Mortal Kombat Collection on the PlayStation. It's the version of the game that has a game over screen where the character is just falling down a well and then they crash into a pile of spikes. Or something to that extent. That's just for the game over screen. It was that one, and also Mortal Kombat Deception? Ow! Let me go! Yucky! It was only teasing. Can't you take a joke? Can you stop running into walls, please? That would be awesome. I'll tell you what. Let's trade. If you let me go, I'll give you something real good. So, how about it? Okay. Sounds good. You better keep your word, buddy. I swear. But anyway, back to the previous discussion. The only other Mortal Kombat game I've ever played was Mortal Kombat Deception, and I played the GameCube version. Other than that, I haven't played any others. Cute. And I haven't played any other Mortal Kombat games since. That was the only one. And really, I have no interest in playing any sort of Mortal Kombat games whatsoever. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm not saying the games are bad or anything. It's just, not for me. It's as simple as that. Alright. Time for Mission 3. Since this is the red coin mission, we will also be going for the 100 coin star as well. So, this is going to be a fun one, considering how difficult this mission can be. There's a lot that can go wrong, especially when jumping on mushrooms that are just a little bit of a ways ahead. Anyway, you may have noticed a couple of changes to this layout. And the reason why those changes were made were just due to how I... Damn it! Just due to the way how I brought the scenes in the first place. And different sources. So, I kind of had to do some tinkering around with the XSplit's sources and everything, just to make everything stick. I also added the most recent subscriber, so if anyone chooses to subscribe to me here on Twitch, whether it be through Twitch Prime or whatever, it'll be displayed here as well. I mean, of course, subscriptions are perfectly voluntary, and you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. I'm just saying, it's an option. Plus, with Twitch Prime, you can subscribe to me or whoever your favorite channel is and favorite streamer is here on Twitch absolutely free. You get one free subscription per month. And if you happen to have one, feel free to use it here. And if you've already used it, feel free to use it next time. Double kill. Love it. Although, did one of the coins disappear? Oh dear. Oh, how I hate these frickin' chuckies. Suck. Okay. Oh, are you freaking kidding me? Apparently there's a way that you can, there's a way you can, essentially up-warp yourself up the halfway point of the mountain by going through the wall. I don't even know how that works, but apparently it is possible. And if you can manage to pull it off, great. And if not, well then, you're gonna be in for a long climb. Even so, it is something worth mentioning anyway. Also, these Monty Moles can suck it. Okay, really? Strangely, this, I guess you call this bramble? I don't even know. But regardless, this is, something you can use to just shimmy your way across. Which is pretty neat. Okay, apparently that Bob-omb had a really bad day, and it was like, oh my god, F this crap, I am K-messing. Okay. Another thing I kind of did as well is I decided to relocate the view counter, and I also made it bigger. And the reason why I did it is because I wanted it to be more legible for people who have who can't really see too well. But regardless, let's head into the slide. Although, now that I think about it, I probably collected too many coins before the slide, which is not going to be good. Also, go right at that intersection, otherwise you will die. I'm going to try to avoid collecting as many coins as possible here. 6 left is a good amount to have left. And completing that slide awards you yet another star that you can grab. However, there is a way to bypass that slide completely. And funny enough, in the DS version, that whole, that trick has been kind of patched out by means of adding in a frickin' wall. So once you complete that slide, you're committed to getting that star, as there's no way back through again. Yeah. Kind of is, yeah. But not really. What the frickin' deuce? That was weird. Also, here's another Yukiki. It's a monkey. It just wants to be petted. It wants to be picked up. But don't do it. Otherwise, it's going to steal your frickin' hat. And though it may be fun to challenge yourself by means of getting rid of your hat and just play the rest of the game without your hat, you kind of need it if you want to live. Seriously. Just saying. Okay. Did I collect the 8 red coins? I think I did. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm missing one. I think the last one is, back towards that one bramble-like area. Also, for whatever reason, while you're traversing through here, your jump height is nerfed to the ground, like you can barely jump. Why that is, I'm not 100% sure, but... oh dear. Oh well, I wanted to fall anyway. Anyway, the reason why I decided to go back down as opposed to try to collect more coins is so that way when I get the final red coin, which is just around here, I can then hopefully not get sniped by Faye's gopher here. And no, it's not a reference to you-know-what. Just saying! Okay, screw this. Screw you, game! Sometimes it's a good idea just to simply stop in your tracks and just do a simple frickin' backflip. Okay, really? There we go. All done with that. Here we go. 100 coin star complete. Now we just need to jump our way over to the mushroom and then we're good. And hopefully not get sniped. We'll get screwed over by the damn camera. There we go. All done. Gotta admit, that was a pretty tough mission. Another thing worth noting too is I did have to readjust the volume of the gameplay audio in order to get back to where it was previously. So, if there's any sort of imbalancing, such as, yep, 2 stars for the price of 1. Okay, seriously, game? That gust of wind should have pushed me up in the air, not sucked me down like a frickin' vacuum cleaner. Perhaps the reason why that happened is I didn't move far enough? Who knows? Okay. Bye! And screw the slide. I love doing sequence breaks like that. That's honestly one of the things I really love about Super Mario 64 is the different ways you can get stars. Sometimes you can find an easier way of getting a star versus another. Breathtaking view from the bridge. Okay, this one, you basically have to climb all the way back to the very top of the mountain in order to get this next one. Which, thankfully, it's not that difficult. However, I think what I'm going to do instead is go for star number 6. And the reason as to why I'm doing that is star number 6 is technically on the way to star number 5. And there we go. That's star number 6. Different ways to break the game. That is true. That's one thing I always loved about Super Mario 64. Different ways to solve different problems. So, star number 6 is technically Shoot to the Lonely Mushroom. That was where you would need the cannon for, but I find it to be so much easier and more fun to just jump on the Shy Guy around halfway up the mountain and just float your way down to the star. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So much easier than having to aim the dang cannon and try to shoot to the star and grab it during your flight. Because if you would miss your shot, you're going to die. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants death to their name, if you know what I mean. Granted, I did die a few times already in this session, but even so. That's just the nature of Tall Mountain. It can be a pretty difficult level. Also, that cloud can go suck it. If you sit around for too long, he'll just blow you away and blow your cap off too. Yep, Helicopter Mario. Definitely one of the coolest ways of getting the star. Okay, now for this one, you have to summon a block to get to the inside of the waterfall, but you can just obviously not miss. You can just jump to it. You can just jump to the... Great jump. Absolutely marvelous. Absolutely flawless. But anyway, as I was trying to say, you could just jump to where the star is located. This star also has changed in the DS version as well. That'll work. I think Mario was doing a little moonwalk too. Go Helicopter Mario. Funny enough, that power-up even made an appearance in, I think, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Funny enough, that's a game I don't have. But even so, it is worth mentioning anyway. Okay, what? That was bullshit. Perhaps the spot of where I needed to be was further? I mean, I did just bonk off the waterfall. Even so. Sometimes the jump can be kind of difficult to judge. There might be a way to get to the star from like around the halfway point of the mountain. If you happen to do like a glitched wall jump or something. No idea. I thought I could just jump to it. And of course I would do that too. Because I'm just that good at the game. Alright, let's try again. This is honestly not that difficult of a mission. You just have to press down on the switch and just jump to the block, which is summoned in front of it. Or you can just YOLO it and just grab onto the ledge of the cliffside and just jump in. Jump in that way if you want. No switch means that you're doing things a little fancy. Alright, we'll try the switch again. Okay. Wow, I managed to get in even without the block. What do you know? Even though the block was there. Doesn't matter. Level is done. That is Tall Tall Mountain, folks. Okay. That was awesome. Now it's time for this one, which is going to be Tiny Huge Island. Now, Tiny Huge Island is the most unique world in the entire game. It kind of reminds me a bit of Giant Land from Super Mario Bros. 3. In fact, I think that's a callback to said level, too. I could be wrong. So, unlike all the other levels in the game, minus the Bowser courses and everything, you'll find these pipes that are just hanging around in the bout. If you go inside one, you'll emerge in the big version and go back through on the other side, and you'll find the tiny version of it. And in order to get from one version of the level to the other at the very start, you have to jump inside one of two paintings. If you try to jump into this one in the middle, it's just a brick wall. Kind of mean if you think about it, but even so. So inside this painting here is the big version of Tiny Huge Island. Time to head to the tip top of the Tiny Huge Island. Although I could have probably entered a different side of it and would have been perfectly fine. And again, it probably would have been easier as a result. More than likely, yeah. Now, there is a cannon that you can use in this level. I thought maybe I could get some extra height from the Goomba. Guess not. I should know better. It can never be that easy. Although, colliding into it also allowed me to kill it for some reason. Perhaps the reason why I was able to do so is when Mario got hit, he bounced back due to knockback damage. And that knockback gave Mario just enough height to clear the... just enough height to hit the hitbox of which kills the Goomba. And it's possible. Alright, another one down. On to the next one. Now, I think the next one is rematch with Koopa the Quick. Okay, so you kind of want to enter over here first. That's one way of getting up here. Now, Koopa the Quick this time around, despite the fact that he has made his triumphant return, he is a lot harder this time around. For one, he's faster, and there's a lot more bullcrap too along the way. Long time no see! Suddenly he's Sonic the Hedgehog! Wow, have you gotten fast? Have you been training on Sly? Or is it the power of the stars? I've been feeling down about losing the last race. This is my home course. How about a rematch? The goal is in the windswept valley. Ready? Let's go! Now then, I think if you try to go around, he'll disqualify you. So you kind of have to take this the intended way. You have a lot less time to complete this particular race over the others. As you can see, he's already here. So, I think you have 25 seconds to complete this race. So, yeah, long jumps are your friend. No way! You beat me again? And I just spent my entire savings on these new Koopa Mach 1 sprint shoes. Here, I guess you have... Here, I guess I have to hand over this star to the winner of the race. Congrats, Mario. Thank you very much. I'm also glad to see that this is your favorite course, Shawario. As far as my favorite course, I really haven't thought about it. I'm not sure what my favorite course is in this game. 5 itty-bitty secrets. Okay. Now for this mission, you want to be on this side of the level throughout the majority of it. Although, unfortunately, kind of entered on the wrong side, which sucks. Oh, crap. Damn it! Frickin' Big Bertha. I hate that thing.
Mamma mia!
It seems like that thing has a really wide hitbox. And it's very easy to end up getting eaten by that thing. Which sucks. Oh well, it was kind of a mixed blessing anyway. Just doing part of needing to go back to this part of the island anyway. So, not a big deal. I could have swore there was a Bob-omb around here. Then again, I think he's over in the bigger portion of the level. Not sure. It's possible. Oh my god! All because of that little love tap. I thought I was dead for sure. Thank God that wasn't the case. Okay, there he is. There's the Bob-omb. Although, in my honest opinion, you really don't need the cannon for this level at all. I think the cannon is more so used if you don't successfully use the turtle shell. Or something to that extent. That's cute. Anyway, the itty-bitty secrets are not that difficult to find. I guess one more thing that's worth noting is, as you can see, the main mechanic of this level is the fact that everything's either gigantic or is puny. Depending on what version of the level you go into or enter the pipe, either everything's going to be super huge or tiny. Tiny enemies, if you run into them or if they run into you, they'll just disappear and won't deal any damage to you. But they won't spew any coins like they should. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Oh god. That was too close. One of the secrets, believe it or not, is like at the very top of this mountain here. Another pretty common thing that can happen as you're going through this level here is the Goombas. Despite them being small, puny, and just not that threatening, if they happen to hit you at the wrong spot at the wrong time, they can end up throwing you off. There we are. Okay, that Goomba actually saved me. Screw you, Kaizo shit! God damn it, game. Why do you have to do that? Especially after I summoned the damn star, too. Okay. I know that people have found a way to fully optimize this particular mission. Although the optimized way of completing it is deadly, apparently. No, it's just super risky. Although, if you manage to pull it off, you'll save a lot of time in completing the mission. Seems like I always get burned there, no matter what. I didn't think you could walk on that beam, but apparently you can. So that's pretty neat. One thing that does kind of suck about this level is when you're in the tiny version of this place, the camera can be really, really bad here. Especially if it gets caught in between a couple of different objects. Which, that is not fun. Neither is getting burned to a freaking crisp. Oh, come on! Again? Of course, I slipped off the dang analog stick. Oh my god, again? Apparently I can't walk across a skinny freaking pike of wood. This is not that hard. Come on. We can do this. I said we can do this! Instead, you just walk off. And again, he's doing the whole trucker shit of doing these wide-ass turns for no reason. There. You may be wondering, why didn't I just do that in the first place? Well... okay, where is this island? It's over there on the right. Okay. I lost all my momentum. Mamma mia. Dang it! In, damn it! Thank you! Okay, let's go again, and hopefully this time we won't get completely screwed over. I'm pretty sure there's a way you can just clear this frickin' wall here. I guess it's not that way. Sometimes this place can be kind of a pain in the butt to navigate through. Especially when you are constantly bonking or falling down, getting pushed around by frickin' Goombas for no reason, and also getting screwed over by the dang camera. And it also doesn't help things at all. Again, game? Okay. That was stupid. I should have just walked. Should have just walked off. Damn it. It's like I want to try that so freaking bad. And yet, for whatever reason, I can't pull it off. Should be a very easy trick. Oh my god, seriously? I guess I wasn't stopped dead in my tracks for some reason. So, does anyone have an... God damn it. If I had a nickel every time I walked off the edge like an idiot, I'd be a rich man. Anyway, Flood Wiggler's house. Oh, trust me, I plan to. Just not right now. I'm going for this mission first, which is the itty-bitty secrets. And this mission does technically come first. The Wiggler mission, that will come into play in a short while. So, hold your horses. It's going to be done eventually. Just right now, we have some secrets to uncover and some super risky strats to pull off, if we can manage to do so. Oh, God damn it! Frickin' stop, and yet I still fall. I swear, sometimes these Goombas act like frickin' rogues. Come on, man! That should have been more than enough goddamn momentum to make it. Okay. If this keeps up, I may just have to say screw it and just go for the intended method. I mean, that's not that big of a deal, but even so, I want to show that this strat is viable. It saves quite a bit of time if you manage to pull it off. But if you miss your jump, that's it, you're screwed. Okay. Oh no, it's fine. It happens. I did not jump in time. Of course. This is something I kind of wish I had save states. That way I can keep trying that. But no. This is original hardware we're talking about here. We don't have that luxury here, which is really dumb. Triple jump dive. No, actually, I don't know if that would work. Then again, maybe it would. It just wouldn't be as fast. The fastest method is just going for all these secrets that are over here, saving the one above Wiggler's little pond area on the roof of his house for last. And then after that, you would just slide to where the star is located. Okay. Well, so welcome to the stream, Rain Pain Storm. Sorry, I misread your name. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do a dive there, so screw this. Alright. This is going on long enough. Got places to go, places to be. This is taking far too long. Kinda wish I didn't have to spend so much time in the water. Okay. Now that the secrets have been uncovered yet again, all we need to do now is just make our way back down. And there we go. Finally. Granted, I didn't do the fancy trick, but really, it's not like I had much of a choice in the matter. I was kind of running low on lives, and I don't want to get a game over. That's kind of the last thing I need right now. Alright, time for Wiggler's Red Coins. Since we're doing the Red Coin mission, of course, it's time for the 100 Coin Star Marathon. Which we should be able to pull off without too much of a problem. I say without a problem. Thankfully, this particular level is really easy to get the 100 Coin Star in. And it's due in fact that if you do a ground pound on the Goombas here, they'll spew out a blue coin as opposed to a regular coin. So, that's pretty interesting. I mean, if you just jump on them normally, then they'll just do the regular coin. And you don't want that. You want the blue coin. Always. Thankfully, it's very easy to get to where you need to be, and the hitbox is very generous when it comes to defeating the Goombas this way. Hello, Lakitu. Goodbye. Thankfully, unlike the older Super Mario Brothers games, once you kill the game session, everything is lit ablaze. Screw you, game. Don't you just love it when the game just crashes for no reason? It's not like I was doing anything that fancy. In fact, I was just playing the dang game and it just crashed for no reason. RIP. If I'm ever going to speedrun this game, there is no way in hell I can play the original cartridge. I'm gonna have to find another means of playing the game. Granted, I can always play it on emulator, and that runs absolutely flawlessly. But, hey, I'm just saying. Yeah, what the indeed. Don't you just love it when the game crashes for no reason? This is just a new part of the game being so dang old. It's over 20 years old, and yet it still works. That's just how freaking old this game is. And my cartridge as well. Okay. The only good thing about the game crashing is, at least whenever I reload my save, it just restores my lives too. Still, I wish it didn't crash. And that's just really dang annoying. Same with these dang Shy Guys that just love to fly around in the air. Thankfully, killing Koopa Troopas also spew out a frickin' blue coin upon their defeat. One thing that's definitely worth noting, though, is if you try to ram a Koopa shell into a Goomba, it won't kill it like it does the normal-sized Goombas. Yeah, this actually came with the Nintendo 64. So, technically speaking, this cartridge I'm playing right now is my sister's. drop down. Okay. Alright. With the cannon, we can use this to simply blast our way back over here. Or just completely misfire it. That's neat. Another extra life. It's not like I really needed it, but whatever. Still nice to have. I really do not want to try to fire over to the right, as that could result in my untimely death. Now that I think about it, it just feels as though the cannon should be firing further than it normally does. Perhaps that's just due to me not remembering correctly the velocity of the cannon. Yeah, it's as old as this game cartridge itself. When the Nintendo 64 was released back in 1996, that was when we got the console. It's literally that old. And it still holds up very well to this very day. Just sometimes the games kind of act kind of funky, whether it be visual glitches or random game crashes for no reason. It's just due in part of the cartridges themselves being old. I mean, I take very good care of my games. I don't abuse them or anything like that. And I keep them in a good storage. I keep them in a container in my closet. And the closet itself is perfectly humid. It's perfectly fine. Okay. This should be more than enough coins. But just in case, I may get a few more. Actually, I just need one more. I'll be fine. Okay. Guess I'm grabbing two more then. Okay, let's go. Time for this part, which is honestly the most stressful part of the entire red coin mission. Once you end up dying, you'll respawn in here, but your coin counter resets to 0. Thankfully, you can leave this place, but I'm not sure if the coins respawn or not. You want to know something kind of funny? Just for laughs and all that, one time I actually got a star to spawn, like in the middle of the frickin' sky. And upon grabbing it, I dropped all the way down to the death plane, and after getting its confirmation message to save progress and everything. Oh, good lord. After getting its confirmation message, I ended up killing myself because I was on the death plane technically. The game considered me dead. Okay. All done with that. Now it's time for the final mission. Make Wiggler squirm. And we're going to do just that. After I nearly get burned again. If you remember, one of the little itty-bitty secrets is here, but if you ground pound the very middle of this mountain range, you can just drain the water of that moat, flooding Wiggler's house. Which we've technically been into earlier. Stupid Goomba. Alright, just gotta get past this chunk, yeah? There we go. After you drain the water in here, you just simply fall into the hole that was created. And here we are. Wah! You flooded my house! Why? Look at this mess! What am I going to do now? The ceiling's ruined, the floor is soaked. What to do, what to do? It makes me so mad! Everything's been going wrong ever since I got this star. It's so shiny, but it makes me feel strange. Strange in the sense that it is out to kill us. Funny enough, I never even knew about this whole Wiggler mission for quite a long time. I can't take this anymore. First you get me all wet, then you stomp on me? Now I'm really mad. Hey, knock it off! That's the second time you've nailed me. Now you're asking for it. Linguine breath! Or is it lasagna breath? Well, regardless, he's dead. Ouch! Uncle! Uncle! Okay, I give. Take the star. Whew, I feel better now. I don't really need it anymore anyway. I can see the stars through my ceiling at night. They make me feel peaceful. Please, come back and visit anytime. Sure thing. Sure thing, my dude. See you later.
Here we go!
And there we go. Tiny Huge Island is done. Happy to see that. Alright. And with that, that's every level on the 3rd floor. So, with that in mind, let's head on up to the 4th and final one. Let's begin. But first, we have another toadie to talk to. There's something strange about that clock. As you jump inside, watch the position of the big hand. Oh, look what I found! Here, Mario, catch! Oh, sweet! Another star! Thanks, dude! Highly appreciate it!
Here we go!
More star power is always nice to have, especially when you're close to the end of the game. Alright, before we head to the next level, which, let's just say it's gonna be inside the clock. First thing we're going to do is we're actually going to instead be doing this. This is another secret star, which this one is probably the most annoying. Just doing part of if you fall, you drop all the way back to the outside of Princess Peach's castle. So it's a long climb all the way back up again. So try not to fall, for the love of God. And it's very easy to end up falling too. So really, your first priority is to grab a couple of red coins. Afterwards, you need to head towards the cannon and start to just activate it right away. If you don't do this, then you won't be able to get very much of anywhere. One thing you can do to help alleviate some of the stress is just by simply jumping from one cannon to another. That works. Okay, at least dropping down from the bottom of that hole is not the end of the world. You just have to return to one of the cannons. Also, ground pounding is your best friend when it comes to managing your flight speed. God damn son of a bitch! All because I tapped the freaking wing cap box and the momentum from the wing cap's speed just continued on. That is so freaking stupid. I swear, man. Oh, man. That's annoying. Okay. Let's go back up and we'll try this crap again. Technically, we won't need to open up the cannon again in that secret level. But even so, still annoying that we have to do it over. So anyway, as I was saying before, ground pounds are your best friend. Use them to help manage your flights. So that way, you don't end up crashing and burning like me. Like I did before, like an idiot. I guess one other thing I haven't pointed out is, I think with the wing cap, if you hold the A button, you can slow down your descent as you're jumping in the air. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it does. So that is pretty interesting. Of course, triple jumping means that you're going to... Oh, that works. Come on, grab the thing.
Here we go!
One other thing to be aware of is while you're flying, it's very easy to end up getting yourself stuck against the invisible wall. And if that happens while you're flying, it's very likely that it's going to force you to crash and burn. And that is incredibly dangerous. Okay. Now that we got the 8 red coins, now we just need to make our way back to the starting area and level complete. Boom. See? Easy. Although I kind of made it look like the most difficult thing in the world, but trust me, the fun has only just begun. Okay. Here we go. Welcome to Tick-Tock Clock, the most infamous level in all of Super Mario 64. The reason why this level is so infamous is due in part of the nature of this level. It's a freaking clock. It's not very big per se, but there's a lot of verticality that's involved here. And it's also very easy to end up not only falling to your death, but it's also very easy to soft lock yourself. If you get wedged in between a couple of moving blocks at the wrong moment, then you're soft locked. There's no getting out of it. God damn it! I wanted to do a jump kick to maybe slow my descent down, but no! Instead, he felt the need to dive instead. Also, jumping on these is kind of a pain in the ass. One thing that is definitely noteworthy In the DS version, they made this level easier. And not only is it in due part to a certain character who was like the almighty overlord, who was basically broken beyond repair, but they also added an additional floor. Like additional flooring to the first level of this place. So, that's neat. So if you fall down, it's still not the end of the world, you just still receive major damage as a result. And you may be wondering, why is it that I'm doing the red coin mission now? Well, the reason for that is, it's right here. Might as well, it's at the very beginning. Okay, so how Tick-Tock Clock works is, based on the time of the minute hand, is the speed of which the different objects within the level are going to be moving around. If it's within 3 o'clock, or the minute hand is like at like 15, or from anywhere from 15 to 29, then everything moves at normal speed. But if everything's at 6, from 30 to 44, then everything starts moving kind of erratically, and speed varies from object to object. And finally, if from the minute hand sitting on from 45 all the way to 59, then everything moves super fast and almost near impossible to move around on. So, let's go. Funny enough, the red coin mission is technically the last one. Okay, so apparently the minute hand also plays a role in whether or not the objects will move or stop as well. So if you want objects to stop, you kind of need to have the minute hand and also the hour hand on 12 o'clock noon, or 12 a.m., whatever. There's no sort of time format whatsoever here. I guess one benefit to having a faster object movement is some objectives require you to use the speed of other objects to get from one area to another. So you can see that giant hand there just moving around and about. It's moving around at a rather slow pace. If I would have stopped the clock, then there would be no way I would get over there, be able to get over there normally. But as long as the minute hand is on 3, then everything is fine. It would be preferred if the minute hand was like at 6 or something, so that way everything moves more quickly. But hey, as long as it's moving at all, I'm perfectly happy with it. Now, our first objective is actually a little bit further up the clock, but the reason why I'm taking care of this one now is because it's on the way. It was the same reason as the red coins as well. For this level, you definitely want to be patient when it comes to moving around and everything. Oh my god, I thought I was dead. Just because I jumped a little bit too high in the air. Phew! Too close. Way too close to the fall. Alright. It's like at 1 o'clock, so everything should still be frozen in time. Good. For a majority of this level, you kind of want everything just to be stopped in place. There are some exceptions to the rule, obviously, like with get a hand. But other than that, though, you can navigate throughout the entirety of the level without anything moving whatsoever. So, that's neat. Alright, and here's our first star right here.
Here we go!
Whew. Roll into the cage. You don't really roll, you just go into it, and you're fine. That's not gonna be a good time. Pendulums. Okay, it looks like everything's moving at a normal pace, so everything should be fine. It should be fine. It's just, navigating this place is gonna be slightly harder. Honestly, the best way of navigating through this place is definitely freezing time completely within the clock. Oh my god, all because of a little slip-up? Okay, everything's fine. Everything's not fine, because apparently I can't platform. Another thing that's worth noting too is that the 100 coin star mission is... Whoa! Too close! It's probably the most difficult in the entire game, even more so than the next course that's coming up soon. And the reason as to why is just due in part of the nature of this entire level. There we go, all done with that. On to the next one. Pit in the pendulums. Okay. What we got? Stomp on the Thwomp. This is actually towards the very top of this place. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to start the 100 coin mission. As the 100 coin mission, we should have more than enough coins by the time we reach the top of this place. Although, for whatever reason, I just can't seem to jump on these platforms here, despite the fact that they're standing still. And of course, Mario just really loves to show that trucker ass. Thanks, man. I'm definitely gonna need as much help as I can get. So thanks for the cheer. Thanks for cheering me on, quite literally. Also, welcome to the stream, White Wolf. Glad you can make it. Okay, kind of surprised I didn't fall and die. Easy. That works. Despite the different objects being stopped here in the clock, other objects such as enemies, they're still moving around freely. So that's something that's definitely worth mentioning. When you get up to a certain point within the clock, you are given a free life automatically. Oh god, asshole! Asshole from Asshole-vania alert! Okay, one thing you can definitely do to help minimize damage is simply wait for that little catapult guy to stop moving. You mother... I swear to God, this game. Kind of. I mean, I move around and try to do at least some walking here every now and again. Okay. Yep, everything's moving. God damn it. Gotta stop it at 12. Otherwise, things are just simply not going to work. That should still be good enough, but you never know. Yep, everything's good. Huh. Wow, that one coin just went flying off the stage. I hope that doesn't come back and bite me in the ass later. It probably will, knowing my dumb luck. Don't you just love it when Mario just feels the need to do the full 360-degree turn just to turn around? I absolutely love it, so no one ever. I know it's kind of realistic in a sense, but come on, dude. You can't be doing that. Especially when you're on a skinny frickin' platform close to death. I think throughout most of this level, you want the camera zoomed out as far as possible. That way... Oh my god, why did it take away my A press? Well, I'm glad I managed to save myself, but still, that was kind of ridiculous. I guess that's kind of the disadvantage of playing games like this on a frickin' 4K television, as opposed to a CRT. I knew Mario was gonna do that crap again! Whew! Too close! By the way, if you don't get all those blue coins, there's no way you're gonna get the 100 coin star. Just want to mention that right now. Also, star number 5, which is the next one, that one is actually over here. You have got to be kidding me! How did I fall? Well, better than dying, but still annoying. By the way, if time is stopped, then I don't think you can get this star. Then again, maybe it's possible. Okay. Just gotta move very, very slowly, very, very carefully, and we'll be fine. Don't rush it. And there we go, we're good. Way too close. Oh. Alright, almost to the top. What the frick? I don't even know how I just got nerfed into the ground there, but who cares? As long as I'm alive, that's all I care about. Oh, really? Frickin' mushroom? Okay. There's not too much left. There's where the flop is located, which, I don't care. As long as I got it. Win.
Here we go!
Yeah, I know. That's another... Oh, god damn it! Okay. Oh, almost made it. Okay, I gotta time this right. No. Are you kidding me? How the hell did I miss that? I know it's possible to make it to the swamp without the objects moving. It's just really damn difficult, apparently. And sometimes the swamp just loves being a troll. And just comes down or is rising up and blocking your frickin' line of sight. Yep. Yeah, I guess. Thanks. Also, welcome to the stream. Wait, I already welcomed you earlier, but oh well. Okay, made it. Mario, don't be doing that sliding shit for no reason. Seriously, don't be doing that. Nobody likes that. Okay, all done with that. Alright, time for the final star. Let's do this. Time jumps with moving blocks, or something to that extent. Okay. If you guys remember before, we passed the star not that long ago. Once everything is moving again, we should be able to get this star without too much of a problem. And thankfully, it's just a little bit of a ways up, as I nearly missed the pole and died. God damn it. Well, better than getting soft locked. Or dying, for that matter. Honestly, I thought I was dead. Sometimes you can get really lucky and end up saving yourself. Somehow. And this level is not really known for being able to do that. It really isn't. Okay. Oh my god. I don't even know how that even worked. I win! That, my friends, is Tick-Tock Clock. And hello, Jamar. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. As you can see, we're almost done with the game. We're almost done here. Got one course left to go, and that is the most difficult one of all, Rainbow Ride. Let's go. Okay. This level right here is considered to be the most difficult level in the entire game. Unlike Tick-Tock Clock that does have some forgiveness if you fall, this level has none. It shows no mercy. No mercy at all. Also, thank you so much for the host, as I nearly fall to my doom. Yes. Doesn't it give us all anxiety? It's basically the birthstone of freaking PTSD. Okay, no, I shouldn't say that. But, even so, it does leave a lot of people on edge, myself included. There's a lot that can go wrong, and if something does go wrong, it's likely you're not coming back from that experience. At least not alive. I'm just gonna wait for this swing. Screw it. I don't care. Well worth the wait. Sometimes it's just simply better to wait and play it safe rather than be sorry and get absolutely burnt to a crisp and fall to your death. Seriously, it's definitely better to do things like that as opposed to dying. Just saying. Okay, on to the next one. Oh, this is one way of getting over here rather quickly. Oh dear. Frickin' bonked on the ceiling. Oh, shoot! Okay. Note to self, don't do that again. Okay. Alright, let's deal with this. This is a very annoying mission, just doing part of these frickin' triangle platforms. In order for them to become traversable, you have to press down the switch, and you have to be fast. I don't think there's any real way you can cheese this mission. And once you bonk, you might as well run all the way back, and then press down the switch again. You're not given a whole lot of time to complete this, Whoa! Gotta love that fancy footwork. Jesus flip, I'm surprised that I was even allowed to do a triple jump off of those. But hey, at least, yeah, it is the actual cartridge. The actual cartridge from 1996. Okay, that's Tricky Triangles done. On to the next mission. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start going for the 100 coin star. And the reason as to why is just due to, the fact I want to go for the red coin star next. The red coin star is actually on the way to where we need to go anyway. So, figured might as well. Also, this 100 coin star can be kind of difficult as well. I think this mission also doesn't have very many coins to work with. So, you can't miss too many coins throughout your run. If you miss too many, there's no way you're getting the 100 coins needed. I don't care. As long as I make it back on, that's all that matters to me. I guess one thing that's worth mentioning is that I've seen speedrunners really optimize the stage by doing what is known as a glitched wall kick. I think that's what the term is. But basically what it is, it's a wall kick that's normally not possible to execute, but it may still very well be possible if timed on, like, the first frame. Come on. Oh, you jerk. That's probably going to come back and bite me in the butt really hard. Okay, time for the most stressful part of the whole thing. This. If you don't get those blue coins, there is no way you're completing this mission, or completing the 100 coin star, at all. There's a lot of wall jumps that you have to execute, and you have a very limited amount of time to pull it off. And if you mistime it, you're so frickin' screwed. Okay. I'm gonna grab a few more coins. I'm going to try to get my coin counter up to 88 before I continue with the red point mission. Just so that way when I collect the last red coin, it'll spawn the 100 coin star at the same time. Another thing that's kind of annoying about this level is there is a ton of waiting around. And the reason why you're waiting so much is because you have to ride on these carpets from one place to another. And if you happen to fall off the carpet, your butt is so freaking cooked. You're dead. Plus the carpets only stick around for a short period of time. So once you jump off of it, you better hop back on quickly. Yes, going for those blue coins is a massive pain in the ass. But it is definitely well worth it. And you need those anyway in order to even get the 100 coins needed. God, I hate risky jumps like this, but looks like I don't have much of a choice. Good God Almighty, I am really surprised I actually made it. Whew. If I wouldn't have made that, or I would have taken too much fall damage, it would have been bad news bears. Okay, 100 coin star is done. Now we just gotta get the rest of the coins, and then we're done. Which thankfully, the red coin star is really damn easy to get. It honestly is. One of the easiest in the entire game. Yeah, very true. Both of those levels have the least amount of coins in the entire game. Okay, now it's time for mission number 1. Now we can actually start this mission proper. So, I think how players optimize this level is they essentially use that latitude to jump up a normally unjumpable slope and just do backwards jump kicks until they reach the pole, climb up, and then continue on the rest of the way. That way they don't have to sit here on the magic carpet for several minutes. It does save time, but it's incredibly risky, and it's like a one-and-done kind of deal. Once the Lakitu is gone, you won't be able to do the trick again until the next time you either respawn the level or kill yourself. So, it's a very risky maneuver, but it can pay off in the long run. I don't have those kinds of skills. And besides, Black2's AI, you kind of have to manipulate it in your favor. And it's a lot easier said than done to do such a thing. Also, that blue fire there. It's only seen here in the Rainbow Ride? I'm surprised I actually lived. I live. As I nearly die again. Okay, as I was trying to say, that blue fire is normally not seen here. Instead, actually, it is seen here normally. What am I saying? I think what I'm trying to say is only this level, as well as the final Bowser stage, features blue fire. It's kind of weird, but it's true. And funny enough, blue fire in real life, it does exist. And the blue fire is not as hot as the orange equivalent. I know that's actually a fact. Look it up. Okay. Just gotta go on another magic carpet ride and show you a whole new world. And I'm not gonna break out in song. Seriously, you don't need to do that here. Already been stressed out enough as is due to random shenanigans already, and me being a frickin' idiot when this timing jumps. Good lord, I almost walked off. Okay, I think the worst part of this is finally over. Well, I felt like doing things a little bit differently this time around. Just, doing part of the, stars' locations and everything. Stars number 1 and 2 are really far apart from one another, as well as star number 6. So I figured might as well take care of the rest of them while I'm heading over to where I need to go. Okay, time for the second to last star of this course, Big House in the Sky, or the Big House in the Sky. Basically, it follows the same exact path as before, except this time we're going to be going left as opposed to... Or we're going to be going right as opposed to left. Technically speaking, we've actually been over to the big house already. However, I only went over there so I can grab some extra coins for the 100 coin star, and I had to do like a super risky jump. Which thankfully I managed to pull off, but even so, it was risky AF. Okay, this ride is really not that difficult. It really isn't. Honestly, I think the most difficult star here is tied between the tricky triangles as well as the last star, star number 6, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which is in reference to the song of the same name, Somewhere Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz. It's a nice little nod to a said movie or even book for that matter. I think they're more so referencing the 1953 movie of the same name, opposed to the book. I could be wrong. Possible. That may not be a bad idea. Although I would need to do some serious practicing if I want to become a contender for speedrunning the 120-star category of Super Mario 64. I mean, I basically played this game in like 3 separate sessions. This is session number 3. And I've seen this category get beaten within like a little over an hour and 10 minutes, I think. Then again, maybe it's like an hour and 12. That's what the current world record is. It's not like I'm going to be going for something like that. No way in hell. And if I'm going to be racing, I'm probably going to end up doing it on a different version of the game as opposed to original hardware. Because I've actually had this game crash on me a couple of times over, while I wasn't doing much of anything whatsoever other than playing the game normally. Although it may be a fun idea to try to race each other. Just not looking into doing that anytime soon. Okay, that's Big House in the Sky. Overall, that took like 10 million years. But hey, that's just in due part of the carpet rides. Alright, time for the last mission of this course, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Now then, in order to complete this mission, we do need the cannon, and the cannon needs to be opened. Which thankfully we were able to open it during the course of the 100 coin star and the red coin mission. So, that's pretty neat. So, you may be wondering, where is this cannon exactly? Yeah, I have to agree, I would probably invest in the virtual console version of the game off of Wii U. But anyway, as I was trying to say before, right, the cannon and where it's located, it's located on that flying ship right above us here. However, it's actually located on the very back of the ship. So, we have to be kind of clever with our movements. And we also have to be really quick of how we move around the ship. And also our aim needs to be straight and true. Otherwise, we'll die. And if that's not enough, we then have to worry about Mr. Chucky on the other side. Drop. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Time for this mission. Time for this. Just grab it and go.
Here we go!
Phew! There we go, folks. That's 119 out of 120 stars. The last star we need to get in the entire game is located in the final Bowser level, Bowser in the Sky. Let's do this. Also, there's a way, actually, something that's definitely worth mentioning is this star door, technically you can open it before you have 70 stars in tow. However, this staircase here that leads to the final Bowser level is technically endless. However, it's possible to just do backwards long jumps all the way to the very top of the endless staircase. So something like this. Except faster and better. And it actually works, trust me. Alright, time for Bowser in the Sky. Bowser in the Sky of Diamonds and Fire. It's not really fire. Let's just be real here. So this level right here is considered the hardest level in the entire freaking game, or the hardest Bowser level in the game. Okay, I'm kind of surprised that even worked. There are many different ways you can go about completing this level and reaching Bowser himself. However, the red coin mission is the most difficult in the entire game. And this is in due part to this dickish coin right here. You have to turn the camera in just the right way in order to even see that little platform where that coin is located. Otherwise, you're probably going to be running around like a headless chicken for hours on end, trying to find the SOB. Funny enough, I don't think you even need to press down on that switch in particular. You can just triple jump and then dive jump at the very top of that little staircase there. And you'll be good to go. Okay. Other than that one red coin that's kind of considered evil, this level's not that bad. There's just some tricky platforms that you have to navigate your way across, and other than that, it's perfectly fine, perfectly tame. That'll work. Oh, crap baskets. Well, better than dying. So, though, that's annoying. I hope I can make it up this freaking stairs. Phew, just made it. If you want to know how I knew about that particular shortcut, I watched a speedrun of this game. Actually, I watched several of them. It's quite fun to watch speedrunners completely destroy this game. No matter what category it is. Whether it be 120 star, 16 star, 0 star, 1 star, whatever. It's just fun to watch people speedrun this game and just completely demolish it. Okay. This should not be that hard. There we go. Much better. Okay, time for the final push. Also, that wall insignia there on those pillars, that is a reference to the original Super Mario Brothers. Nice callback to that, too. Just a nice reminder of humble beginnings. Okay, and there we go, folks. That's all 120 stars. Bada bing, bada boom. We still have some work to do. Time to deal with the King of the Koopas, King Bowser. Mario, you again? Well, that's just fine. I've been looking for something to fry with my fire breath. Your star power is useless against me. Your friends are all trapped within the walls, and you'll never see the princess again. Oh, look We'll just see about that, Bowser. Oh dear, that was a bad throw. So this fight is considered the most difficult out of all 3 Bowser fights. The reason why is because Bowser not only can spin a lot faster, but he also has a few new tricks up his sleeve. Not only that, but the entire arena is quote-unquote destructible. So what I mean by this is, as you're going through this entire fight here, if you happen to miss your throws, Bowser will destroy one piece of the arena. Thankfully, he can't destroy the entire thing, but even so. Oh dear. And once Bowser re-emerges from the arena, if you happen to throw him a little too far... Oh, come on, how'd that not hit? Oh, shoot, on my freaking boot. Okay. There we go. That'll send him flying. And unlike all the other fights in the entire game, this fight, you have to throw Bowser and hit him against a bomb 3 times. And done. Oh. Here we go, folks. Bowser is done. No! You really beaten me this time, Mario! I can't stand losing to you! My troops, worthless! They turned over all the Power Stars! What? There are 120 in all? Amazing! There were some in the castle that I missed! Now I see peace returning to the world. Ooh, I really hate that. I can't watch. I'm out of here. Just you wait till next time. Until then, keep that control stick smoking. If you say so, buddy. If you say so. Boop. Done. Yep. That's true. And a lot of people have misinterpreted it as so long, gay Bowser. So one thing I kind of forgot to mention is, upon the second hit, Bowser's arena will start to crumble and will start forming the star shape, if it hasn't been destroyed enough already. So the third and final hit is the most difficult one of all. Ooh! You see that? On the corner of the screen? Yoshi's on the roof. So, after collecting all 120 stars, Yoshi will appear on the roof of the castle. We'll be going to see him shortly. First off, though, we need to see the good old princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, Princess Peach, as she has been successfully rescued with the power of the big giant star. Apparently, it is enough to free her from the walls, along with everyone else, apparently. Just saying. That's how Zero Star is possible.
Mario! The power of the stars is restored to the castle.
Just hook up an Xbox 360 controller, a wired one, and you'll be fine.
And it's all thanks to you. Thank you, Mario. We have to do something special for you.
Here we go!
Listen, everybody. Let's bake a delicious cake. For Mario.
Ooh, cake. I like cake. If you know what I mean, wink wink. Nah, it's just actual cake. Nothing like that. Nothing too substantial. there we go, folks. That's basically the end of Super Mario 64. However, we're not quite finished with the game just yet. There are 2 more things left to show off in the entire game. Project 64, Xbox controller, or PS4. Yep, those work too. You can basically use any controller so long as you have a USB connection with Project 64 or any PC games without much of an issue whatsoever. Honestly, I have better experiences using a wired controller as opposed to a wireless one. It is possible to get like a wireless receiver and use a wireless controller with the with your emulator of choice or even PC gaming, but it is kind of a bit of a pain in the butt to get all set up. But whatever. And it's also more expensive to do the wireless route too, from my experiences anyway. Okay. So long as you hook up any USB controller to your computer, you should be able to use it once you configure it with your emulator of choice, or you can just use it on any PC games that you happen to have on your computer at the time. So that's pretty neat. Heck, when I was playing through Final Fantasy VIII on PC, I used an Xbox 360 controller throughout Actually, no, I used a PlayStation 3 controller throughout the majority of the playthrough. I see. So, are you enjoying Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? It's a very large game. There's so much to do, it can make your freaking head spin, but damn, that's what I really love about Breath of the Wild. You're just given so much freedom. You can go wherever you please and do anything that you want, pretty much. Granted, it may result in your death, like really, really quickly, but even so. It has the same sort of possibilities of navigation and problem solving as Super Mario 64, believe it or not. Even Mario Odyssey later on adapted this style, which is really freaking awesome. And I'm very happy that Super Mario 64's legacy lives on, even with today's gaming standards. And my final thoughts of the game I'll be getting into in a little bit.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
You're welcome. I'm glad to have played it. It was a lot of fun. Though, like I said, we're not quite done yet. And also, you're done, you're stuck on the screen after the Bowser fight ends and the credits roll. That's it. So in order to get back to the game now, we just have to hit reset. Just like that.
It's me, Mario.
Yep, it is. The largest Zelda game ever made. So now that we have 120 stars, it's time to show off the first major reward. After collecting 120 stars, this cannon here opens up in the courtyard. Afterwards, just hop on in, and then fire yourself to the roof. And up here we'll find a wing cap block and Yoshi! Mario, is that really you? It's been so long since our last adventure. They told me that I might see you if I waited here, but I just about given up hope. Is it true? Have you really beaten Bowser and restored the stars to the castle? And saved the princess? I knew you could do it. Now I have a very special message for you. Thanks for playing Super Mario 64. This is the end of the game, but not the end of the fun. We want you to keep on playing, so we have a little something for you. We hope you like it. Enjoy, the Super Mario 64 team. So, with this, we are given 100 lives, and it's given to us all at once, and we kind of have to wait here until all 100 lives are gathered. Afterwards, Yoshi jumps off into the sunset. never to be seen again until we reload our save file and access this again. Our second reward, and the last one, is an enhanced triple jump. So after executing the triple jump, we not only have a sparkly effect going on, but we're also immune to fall damage so long as we executed the triple jump. So finally we have the wing cap here. And this wing cap is not unlimited like a lot of people claim it to be. It's just, it has the same duration as the rest of the wing caps that we find in the entire game. We can just use it to fly around the castle grounds. That's about it. Now then, there is one more thing I kind of want to show off here. And let's hope I can actually pull it off. If you run up against a castle a certain way, you'll glitch inside. Trust me, this works. I think I'm jumping at the... There we go. And as you can see, we've taken some fall damage. But, as you can see, we're inside the castle, technically, but not really. We're kind of stuck in this dark room here. We're technically out of bounds, so that's pretty neat. And upon entering the door, we're in here too. This is the void of where dreams go to die. Not really. If you want to get out, just simply walk back and bounce like that. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just like that. Finally, there's one more thing worth showing off, and this is actually located in Cool Mountain. So, if you remember one of the objectives in early game where we had to race against a big penguin? Well, there's one little surprise hidden right in here. After you collect all 120 stars, the penguin is freaking huge and fat as crap. Mario, what's up, pal? I haven't been on the slide lately, so I'm out of shape. Still, I'm always up for a good race, especially against an old sledding buddy. What do you say? Ready, set, and let's go. You don't get anything new for doing this, but it's just an optional activity that you can do. Just for some extra fun, if you wish. So, why the heck not? Why don't we just go ahead and race the penguin one more time and just, see if we can beat him once more. Of course, you still have to play fair. You still have to race against him normally. Although his big size doesn't make things helpful when it comes to being able to see. And I think his ending dialogue is also the same too. Yep, it is the same. The exact same as before. Okay. And with that, that is it. That is all that Super Mario 64 has to offer as far as content is concerned. However, the fun has only just begun in the sense of speedrunning. There is a lot. Oh, cool, you found my channel via speedrun fails. Nice. I'm glad you were able to find me there. But anyway, as I was saying, speedrunning this game is quite a lot of fun. It's challenging, and it can also be really rewarding. And it just shows how much you've truly mastered Super Mario 64. I mean, seriously, there's so many ways that you can break this game, it's not even funny. But, as I've mentioned before, this is the end of the game. This is everything that there is to do in the entirety of Super Mario 64. My final thoughts on the game is that this game is an absolute classic that just simply refuses to die. This is the most popular speed game for a reason, next to Super Mario Odyssey, but even so, that's another story for another day. Regardless, this game had a lot to bring to the table. It standardized how 3D platformers should be, how it works, and how it should work for basically every game to follow, from not only Nintendo themselves, but also competition. and it truly was revolutionary for its time. Sure, it hasn't aged very well to this very day, but it's still a lot of fun to play, and I definitely recommend you pick this up in any way you can. I mean, if you're looking to speedrun the game, then obviously getting the Japanese version of the game is the best way to go. At least when it comes to speedrunning. But everyone else can just pick up the game, no problem, everything is good. So with that, I'm just going to go ahead and end things here. There is some additional idle animations I haven't really shown off yet. And if you sit around for long enough, Mario will start to fall asleep. And after a while, he'll just go into his French pose. You're welcome, Jamar. Glad you can make it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end things here. This is General Snivy with Super Mario 64. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you so much for attending. The next time I play through a game is gonna be on the PlayStation 3 once more. And it will be starting sometime this week. I'm looking at Friday, but we'll have to wait and see how things turn out first. But regardless, I'm done here. This is everything that this game has to offer, and I'm glad to have been able to show you all this wonderful, revolutionary game. Anywho, thank you all once again so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all on the flip side.